you had a great last night. Hope you're having a great morning so far. Hope you are getting everything done on your Sunday if you are one of the folks who do things on your Sundays. Or if you're one of the folks who relax on your Sundays, hope you're enjoying your relaxing. But you're late. But what are you late for? Well, a lot of us, for different reasons, have it in our minds now that we aren't where we should be in life. We haven't achieved what we should have achieved in life by this time. We are inferior to certain people who know what they want, who are doing what they want to do. But how can you be late for your own life? For whatever reason, for a lot of folks, I know myself, for this was the reason for me. I was late because we grew up in a family with adults who had a thought process of by certain ages you needed to have certain things done. And for them, that might have been 100% true. Possibly. But keeping in mind that they don't live in the same world that we live in, the same time that we live in, because you can look at it and just know already that 10 years ago the world was different than what it is now. 20 years ago the same, 30, 40, so on and so forth. So how can we use their blueprint for our life and believe that we're going to be successful? How can we use their thought process on something that they weren't even 100% sure on and believe that we're going to be successful? We put a weight on ourselves that we never were supposed to be able to lift. For a lot of those folks, if you're like myself and you came from a family where they had that thought, it didn't work for them. They were going on a blueprint that they were taught, and the people before them weren't even happy. There are people, and I'm sure you yourself also know people who have been working at jobs for 20, 30 years, and they're not happy. They're not doing what they want to do. They're not fulfilled. They're just not. So it makes very little sense to compare yourself to these people and to think that you should be at a similar metric in life or a similar place in life when they're not happy. So you're racing to unhappiness. And then there are those of us who compare ourselves to other individuals in our age group. And I know wholeheartedly how that can be discouraging. There are people who, when I was 25, knew exactly what they wanted out of life. Like, really knew what made them happy and what they wanted. And a lot of us being around those adapted the thought process of, man, I'm really messing up, or I'm really lost, or I'm really screwed up, whatever, because I don't know what I want. There's this person over here who we grew up together, and they know spot on what they want, but I don't. Well, the thing about that is, and if you've lived longer than 10 years, you know that life comes at everyone at different speeds, times, difficulty levels. Everyone gets it different. So you can understand that certain people have different life experience, and certain people have different life experiences, and with those, it helps you get a beat on, get a lock on what you want, the things that you do want and that you don't want. It helps you weed through all of those. And for some of us, we haven't hit those points. And that's all right. You're never going to arrive at life on time or late. You're going to arrive precisely when you mean to. And you can do all the right things, and you can get there faster. You can follow the tracks of individuals who can help you get to where you want, if you know where you want to go. So get it out of your head that you need to be at a certain point in life, that you need to be married by a certain age, you need to have kids by a certain age, you need to have a home, a house, a degree, all these things. Get it out of your head that you need to have certain things or accomplishments or requirements. Because if that's not what you want right now, then it's not going to make you happy. You're just going to put something on yourself that you're not going to like or want. Do the work to figure out what it is that you want, to figure out where you should be. Once you figure that out, then it's a lot easier to start taking steps towards that. But we've put this on ourselves, this mindset that we need to have certain things, and we're messing ourselves up. I love you. And do the work this week and from now on to figure out what it is that you want. Make yourself your fixed point, focus, and figure out what really makes you happy. If you identified with this message, let me know. Let's talk about it. Hit me up, message me, write a comment. And let's talk about it. If you enjoyed it or you know someone who needs to hear this, send it to them. Because pretty much all of us, I've met so many people and I've talked to so many people who have that same mindset, and it's not good. But you made it to this point. I love you. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that kind of good stuff. And just let me know how you feel. What are the constraints that were put on you, or that you thought, or that you even developed and put on yourself, that you adopted, that you feel like that you should have, that aren't necessarily true? You know that they're not true. Let's talk about those.